I'm going to talk to you about building a permanently profitable business. Even when you have staff shortages, you have material shortages, you might have started to see a slowdown already. If you would like a copy of my checklist, then comment profitable below and we will get that to you. So what I see often is 3 mistakes that trades business owners are making at the moment. So the first thing that they're doing is they're blaming everything that they can't control. So they're blaming the fact that their cash flow is tough because of the material shortages or the staff shortages. Now, for the most part, we can't control those sorts of things. The second mistake I see trades business owners making is they're ignoring what they can actually control, and they're focusing too much on those things that they can't control. And the third thing I see them making, the third mistake I see them making at the moment is that they are doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. And we all know that never turns out well. What I really suggest that you should be doing at the moment is, yes, absolutely identify all those things that you can't control, because that is a really useful list. The second thing I want you to do is make changes. So make a list of all the things that you can control and then focus on making those changes to those things that you actually can influence, rather than spending too much time and effort on those things that you can't. And the third thing I want you to do is stop doing the same thing that you've been doing that has not been getting you the result. I know it's often easy to keep stuck in old habits, but please, by writing those lists, it will help prompt you to move you out of that same old, and help you identify where you can start trying to make some changes. Now, there's 3 things I want to talk to you about today. The first one is around controlling your costs. So controlling your operating costs to start with. What I would love for you to do is to be able to have a look at your expenses and see what you can remove completely. What expenses have crept in there that are actually no longer necessary? Get rid of those. The next thing I want you to do as part of this review process for your expenses is I want you to look at your expenses that must stay and see if you can get a better deal. Are you actually paying for something that is over and above what you need? Are you paying for something that is under what you need? For example, insurance. So you might look at your insurances and realize that you're actually underinsured and you actually might need to increase your premium. So whilst you're increasing your expenses, it's actually going to save you a lot of money down the track. And then what I want you to look at is all those expenses that you absolutely need to make a profit in your business. And again, make sure that you have the best option for your situation now, because often what I see is so many businesses have expenses in their business that were good when, 6 months ago, 12 months ago, that they were useful to the business, and they've just not reviewed them. So they're still paying for something that is no longer where their business needs to be. The second point I wanted to bring to you today was to take the first step in implementing Profit First in your business. Now, for those, many of you who watch and follow and part of my group and my page have either read or listened to Profit First for Tradies, or read or listened to Profit First. And what I see happen often is many people they read the book, they start, they might open a bank account or 2, and then they stop. So what I want you to do is just do a quick review of where you're at with that and make a couple of, 2 or 3 next steps that you can do. You don't have to implement everything all at once, all in one day. I really just encourage you to look at where you're at and what's the next 1 or 2 step you can do with Profit First. So that might be, if you haven't read the book, to buy the book. It might be that you need to open some bank accounts. You might have already opened some bank accounts, but not using them. It might be reaching out to a certified Profit First professional and getting some help, because often we will spend so much time on trying to do it ourselves when we could have just worked with a professional and they would do it in potentially probably a quarter of the time, even less of what we would do it ourselves. The third thing I wanted to talk about today was Profit first stops you from hiding from your numbers. If you are ready to face the facts of your finances in your business, then I highly suggest setting up profit first in your business. I always say this to new clients who come on board with me. The first kind of month or two sometimes are not very fun because we can no longer hide and pretend that everything is okay. The upside is that once you get through that initial period when we set everything up and we really take stock of your business and really get a good understanding of where the business is at, once you get through that and get profit first implemented in your business, everything in your business becomes easier. Everything in your business just becomes much simpler because you're running the profit first system. You know exactly what is going on with the numbers in your business. If you are ready to chat to me about profit first, post below and we can chat. All you need to do is just post the word chat and we will get started, and happy to answer any questions that you have around profit first. And as I said, I highly recommend that we start doing something different. Let's not do what we've always done, because we are not going to get any different outcome if we stick with our old ways.